Acrisure Stadium. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. This return makes it up to the 25. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Camara. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun, Carr. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and just 2 to go. Pressure coming for Carr. He finds Johnson. And this one does not go far. Running for it, Camara. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Let's go. Ready.
Straight ahead, here's Miller. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Again, it's Miller. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. They strike for 23 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Camara running out of the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. They stay on the ground with Camara. And he's brought down for a loss. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And the Steelers going for the dive look on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. It's Carr. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. If he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Carr here from the gun. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get the game's first points here in the second. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Cordero Patterson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wilson airing it out to start. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 7. Pass taken in. The ball is out. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. That's a pickup of 9. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Steelers in possession. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Wilson now from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's the Steelers' 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Warren. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Alontae Taylor making the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Mike Williams, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And this drive will start inside the 25. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Throwing on first down, it's Carr. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. And boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Wilson on third down. He has the first over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Russ is cooking again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Brings up second and 16 at the 44-yard line.
The Steelers use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. And the score remains knotted 7-all.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Express. 694. Hey, 734. 618. Hey, Raider 2. Bring it up.
A final throw before the break. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Patterson now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
It's Warren on 3rd down, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
They're set up at the 35 now.
All go special. All go special.
Wilson with it on 1st. Fryermuth there to bring it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Warren quick on the draw. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Warren here from the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Second down now, 7 to go.
Green,
Russ setting to throw. Taken in by Williams outright. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down. Now here's Russ. Caught by Freiermuth. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers going for the win here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Russ looking to throw. Throw complete to Warren. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throwing now. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Mika Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers make the play that should win them this game. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looks like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, and they go right back to him. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground with Harris. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Warren running between the tackles. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Saints call their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give them the ball at the 40-yard line. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
What now? Express!
Back to throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing third and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Trying to get it to Chris Olave. And that brings up fourth and long.
The ability to track the ball, but ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Desperation time here on fourth. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And finally,